thankful for the growth. I'm thankful now I live my life without the need to smoke. So, welcome everybody. It is Joe Jackman, not your average Joe, here with Joint Perspectives, man. What you guys just heard was a song that's coming out July 1st. Man, it's powerful. It's not from me to my boy Austin Hale and say JJ Finesse and all of them gentlemen, man. I want to take this moment to just I've had such a crazy day today. Not crazy in a bad way. Crazy in the sense of breakthroughs happened today that I didn't even realize was going to happen. I'm not gonna lie, my voice is kind of hurting. This is like the third video I've done tonight, but it's alright because it's all for great stuff. Once again, if you guys don't know, I'm part of this group called Self Perfected, and it is about bettering yourself and being the best version of yourself that you can be. If you guys don't know it, follow us on Facebook, hit the group. We're gonna say we'd be more than willing to accept you in and show you the things that we know so that you can be self-perfected yourself and being the best possible version of yourself that you can be. I want to talk about today some of the things that I had happen today. One thing was I had a talk with Jonathan today. John, if you're watching this, shout out to you. We talked for a whole hour while I was at work. And that's crazy. Some people are probably thinking, like, aren't you supposed to be working? And I was working. And he was able to, like, hear me in my everyday life because I'm in sales to the extent of, like, I tell people what's wrong with their cars. I'm a service advisor. And he kind of got to hear my interaction with some of my customers just because I had it in my headphone, and I'd be like, hey, hang on, I gotta go and check this customer out, right? Hang on, let me get a drink. I gotta go and like check this customer out, and so I would go and check this customer out, and he would kind of hear me talk and stuff, and then after that, me and him would go back to talking like how we were. And man, the conversations you could have with some of these people in this group are life changing, like 100% life changing, and like that's exactly what this conversation was. I was able to relate with somebody who I've met once, and I don't even know what he does for a living. I guess I should have took time into asking him that. And John, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I will reach out and talk with you more. That is not our last conversation at all. And we just were able to relate on a lot of different points from our past childhoods, from how our fathers were to each other, to drug addictions, how we were able to relate like that, and how even our mental illnesses that we were diagnosed with, we were able to connect on that. And like, that is the biggest thing because I was diagnosed with schizophrenia at a young age, and that was something where he was diagnosed with it too. And we were able to connect on that and just understand each other on that. And if you're someone who suffers from that, you understand how crazy that is because, like, a lot of times you think that, like, people can't understand you. Like, no, nobody gets me because you don't know what's going on up here. But, like, he blew my mind with some of the conversations we had today on just how we were able to relate so much and how you'd be like, bro, man, dude, you have no idea. We've walked, like, somewhat of the same path. And, like, that is amazing for me because I used to go through life thinking, like, no, you don't know how hard it is because I had it harder than you, and like that was so stupid of me. Like, and I'm sorry, I don't like using the word stupid on my aspect of myself or even in general. But 100%, that's what it was. So there's not really a better word for it. And it was non-intellectual of me. There you go. Let's use our vocabulary, right? And it was something for me where like being able to open up with someone today at like the beginning of my day helped me open up throughout my day. And like today was my dad's 63rd birthday, right? That's big. 6'3". You've been on this earth for 63 years. And my dad, I've not always had the strongest relationship with him. I actually grew up resenting him in a lot of different ways. I used to tell myself I never wanted to be like him. The crazy thing was I grew up to be almost exactly like him. I just defined myself as a version that with tools that he didn't get to have, right? And me and him had a heart to heart, which is huge because my dad is not a person to really show his kids emotion on that aspect of what he is going through. But like him and my mom got into a fight, and I was able to sit down with him and just be able to like help him work through the process of getting over what had happened and to move forward from it. And like I told him, I'm like, today's your birthday. You can't let something like that, like get you down. Like what happened happened. Now what we got to do is move forward from it. And a huge thing I always tell people now, since I went to this seminar, was we are creators. We create every single situation we are placed within our life. If you're having a bad day, it's because you created that bad day. If you're having a great day, it's because you were able to create that great day for yourself, right? And like, that is something for me where like, I am striding with that. Whew, I just got chills. Sorry about that. I am striding and running with that because like it's 100% accurate. And if you don't think it is, just one day, wake up in the morning and just state, no matter what it is today, I am going to create a great day for myself and the people around me. And I promise you, you will see the difference that it makes tenfold because you were able to create that positive day. And sometimes it's a little harder, it's a little easier said than done, right? Because people have negative thoughts. And myself, once again, diagnosed with schizophrenia, I have very psychotic thoughts sometimes. And sometimes I don't really understand what I'm doing. Because, like, the craziness to the thought is like, what? But then at the end, it ends up making sense. And, like, that's where it all stood. My dad was having this day, and I was able, he like, didn't really want to come over to my mom's house because that's where we were having the birthday party. And, like, I was able to stop and be like, Dad, talk with me here. What's actually going on? What's wrong, And my dad tried putting on his manly face and like walking out the door and like, oh no, we gotta go, right? And I was able to shut the door and stop. I was like, Dad, and I looked him in the eyes. I was like, Dad, I see it in your eyes. Like, what's wrong? And he just started crying. And for me, that was such a big thing because he's always taught me like to be a man, and like men don't cry. Like when you cry in your car before you go inside, or you cry in the shower where nobody can hear you. And like for him to make that step, to be able to talk with me and to be able to open up with me, it was an amazing feeling. To feel like ever since the seminar, I feel like I've been changing not just myself, but I've been able to have such a strong impact on the people around me, such as the people at my job, to my dad, to my wife, to my nephews even. My nephews today, we were shooting the basketball in the pool, right? And they keep missing. And my one nephew's just getting so upset. He's just like, God! And he's hitting the water like that, right? So water goes everywhere. And so I was like, stop. I'm like, man, like, you got to think about this. You create everything you do. So if you want to create a good shot, you have to make that good shot, right? And that may mean taking a step forward to where you can make it a couple times, and then step back and take that shot again. But the biggest thing is, don't let it get in your head. When you get upset, I told him, it's already in your head. You're going to miss every shot you make because in your head, you're just like, God, why can't I make this shot? And that's every time you're going to miss it because you're so angry at yourself that you don't believe that you can make that shot. And then my other nephew, right, he's younger than him. And he's kind of grasping the concept a lot more. And he starts making this shot one after another, after another, after another. And it's because he's like, I'm going to make this shot. And now, like I told him, I'm like, whether you actually make it or not, that does not matter. It's your mindset that you have when trying to make this shot. Because if you know, hey, I'm going to make this shot, 9 times out of 10, you're going to make the shot because you believe in yourself so much that you've learned so much that you're able to create that shot and make it make a great shot. Where like if you let it get to you, right? You put doubt in your head and fear in your head that, well, I'm probably not going to make this shot. You know why? Well, what's the point of even me taking the shot? And then you live your life in fear because like, why am I making this shot? Why am I trying to take this shot when it does not matter because I already believe I'm not going to make it. And like, so let me get back on this topic of my dad, right? I was able to create that better birthday for him by just pushing him to, even though he felt uncomfortable or, you know, at my mom's house, I was able to push him into that uncomfortableness to achieve that, hey, you know, even though what happened, but was still able to have a great day. Don't let 10 seconds of a bad moment ruin 24 hours of a great day, right? And to see that change in him, being able to stop and share with me what he was feeling on why he was feeling that way, and we were able to work through it, means that I'm actually making as big of an impact on my family as I've always hoped to. And to me, that's the biggest thing. Because my family has a bunch of generational curses that we have always fell into the pattern of thinking that this is all we are good for. And I refuse to let my son believe that that is what he is destined for. So he needs to see from his father that his father, even though was given the life that he was given, is able to change the people around him, whether it's his dad, his mother, his cousins, no matter what it is. He's able to make that change around him for the better, not just myself, but what's best for all. So I encourage you to create the great days you want. Create the best things you want, or create the best mindset you want, or create the best family that you want, whatever it is. But just start off by creating that great day every single day. Because not only do you deserve it, or your mother deserves it, or your husband deserves it, your children deserve it. Your children deserve it more than you deserve it. But that doesn't mean that you don't deserve it just as much as they do. So, one thing that they taught me at this seminar was to say this. We are alive. We are awake. And we are creators. Because you can create every moment of your life that you want. So go out there. Create those great moments. Create your life that you want. Create the family that you want. But whatever you do, give it your all. Go 120% in. And do not look back. I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you for listening. This is Joe Jackman, otherwise known as Not Your Average Joe, because I am not your average Joe. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. And please message me. Put in the comments of how you created that great day. I would love to hear your guys' stories. Thank you and have a good night.